Ainara Vera. She's in Cannes with us for the programmation of Acid, and we're very happy because she made a beautiful movie called Polaris. So my first question would be about your encounter with Ayat, which is the main character.
Mm-hmm. How it happened?
Yeah.
So I was working in a previous film like a first assistant director, and the film was called Aquarela, made by Victor Kosakowski, and we made a trip from Portugal to Greenland in a sailing boat. And it was a very challenging trip because we faced like 10 meters waves, and it was really like life-threatening journey. And the captain of that boat was Ayat. And then, so I was like really impressed how this woman was handling the boat, and we were like 15 people on the boat, and in such condition, everyone was seasick, and she was keeping it cool, yeah, and she was directing all of us. But at the same time, one night, it was deep night, and then she started to talk to me about her past, and then she said to me, "Listen, Ainara, I have a sister that is in jail, and I'm not ready to visit her. I'm so scared to go to jail because it brings so much memories to me." And then I was like, how is possible that this powerful woman is not capable to do something that for me was very easy, to meet your sister? So I promised myself unconsciously that I will accompany her to France to meet her sister. And this is what happened 2 years later, and this is how the film started.
She asked you to do a movie about a strong woman. Yes. And you said, you're the strong woman. Maybe you can tell us about this.
Yeah, so I think that I have a deep necessity to become visible to the society. Since she was a child, she felt invisible to her parents, to the system, and now that she was 35, she has this necessity to say to the world, "I'm here, I made it, I have a great job." So she told me, "I want you to make a film about a strong woman, Ainara," but actually she was telling me, "Hey, I'm here, why don't you make a film about me?" And then immediately I said, "Then I do a film about you," and she was on board. So she needed to share her story with everyone.
Nowadays we use a lot strong women. We all have to be strong women. And okay, where are the strong women?
So tiring.
It's tiring. And I think what is nice and very interesting is, yes, she's a strong woman, but because of her weakness also.
Exactly, yeah.
And also for me, the other character, her sister, she's a very strong woman also, because to give birth after their own story, their own childhood, it's also a strong...
Yeah, actually when she was pregnant, the partner that she had at the time said to her, "You should make an abortion." And Leila said, "No way." For her was no doubt. So she said, "I'm gonna have this kid," and she didn't have a job, she didn't have studies, she didn't have a stable life. So yeah, I really like this combination of, okay, they are strong, but they are also very delicate and very fragile, and we are this complexity all living together. And for me it was interesting, this thing, because to be strong, come on, who is strong? We are all, you know, you are in the middle of the ocean, and I don't know, if you don't have water for more than 24 hours, then none of us are strong anymore. So I like that combination.
Maybe if you can talk a little bit about your mise en scène, the way you chose to film, because you film, the sound and the mix between the very intimate story and the elements of the cosmos, etc.
So in documentary, there is a very tricky position as a human being, because you start to make a film about two characters, about a human life, and then I didn't want to find myself in the place that I wanted to find myself. Like, oh, I hope that something happened to their life so I will have a good film. I found like I will not do that to myself ever, and neither to my characters, because then everything becomes a tiny bit perverse. So I said, I hope that they will do great in their life, but at the same time I want to have a good film. So I decided myself to free myself from that and make a film not about what was going to happen in the next few years of their life, but something that was beyond that, above that, and it's more like a I wouldn't say philosophical, but something more, let's say, deeper than the small things that every day happen and the small daily day struggles. So by doing that, it gave me place to include the nature, it gave me a space to include their past, and I always film, and I didn't want to find neither myself like, oh, something happened to Leila, or oh, something happened to Aya, take the camera, run, go, film. I said, this is not for me. I'm not a, how to say, I'm not a hunter of drama, I'm not a hunter of a weak animal, no. I am an observer of life, and I want to reflect about life, and so what I give this space to myself. So what I do is like, okay, if something happened to their life, I don't go, maybe I go 1 month later, and then I see where are they now. I have an encounter with them, like more calm, less emotional perhaps. So I invite reality to make the film, but reality is not dictating the film. In a way, I said, like, I will choose the film, and I will choose the point of view.
But also you believe in the character, and it's funny because yesterday some people said it's a documentary, but there is something in the script process, yes. I would say, which is also like a fiction.
Yeah.
It's really nice how you write and maybe you can tell something about the time also.
So what for me was very important, it was to create an atmosphere where Leila and Ayat felt safe. And I include them in the process of making the film. So from the very beginning, I told them what was my intention, and they were how to say, welcome to suggest, to include themselves. So actually, for me, it's a film that we wrote between the three of us. And I think it was possible because I made a space where they really felt safe.
Thank you very much. We are very pleased to have you in this beautiful movie. And you are 3 strong women. And also weak, I hope.
Weak, yes. Okay, thank you very much.